Ken Summers here with colleague Bob McManaman at StubHub StubHub Field. Cardinals never want to return here again after a 45-10 shellacking by the Chargers today, where just kind of a continuation, wasn't it, Mac? We heard the same things from players and coaches after the game, mistake after mistake, and another bad beating.
You know, things started so well. They're up 10-0. They get an opening touchdown drive. Rosen goes 6 for 6, I think it was. Has like almost 60 yards through the air. David Johnson with a big run. They get a touchdown to Fitz. They get a field goal by Dawson. They're up 10-0, Ken. First quarter's over. You're looking pretty good.
Yeah, and I thought it really flipped in the second quarter. I mean, this is kind of like rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic. I know, but they get a sack. It sets them up in Chargers territory. They don't go anywhere. Phil Dawson misses a field goal. Then the defense gets on the field, misses a couple of tackles. Chargers score. Melvin Gordon scores on a 28-yard run. And
Avalanche.
Then it was just
they couldn't stop anything.
28 points in the second quarter.
Why,
We've seen that on this game before.
But why does one set of bad circumstances end up burying this team when other teams who even are just fair to average can keep a game close and take it to the fourth quarter and maybe win it or maybe lose it? This team gets buried the first sign of trouble, it seems like.
Yeah, it lacks toughness. Yeah. Not necessarily physical toughness, mental toughness and resiliency. And it's something bad teams do. They get punched in the mouth and they don't respond. They go scatter and look for a safe place.
Are you saying that they're taking on the signs of their head coach who's in deep water right now?
That's another thing we should get to. Is probably the one question Cardinals fans are going to have. What do they do with Steve Wilks? A lot of them want him fired now. I thought, until now, he would return in 2019. After a game like today, owners don't like to be embarrassed, and that was embarrassing.
This is the second 42-10 disaster in a month.
Yeah.
45-10. They did the same thing on a national stage on a Thursday night against the Broncos. They lose to the Raiders. They come here, and this happens. I think you're right. I would not be surprised if they start all over, and I mean even higher than Wilks, believe it or not. I don't know whether that's fair or not. Fans want it, and fans, you don't control it. We don't control it. But owners do get embarrassed too.
I don't think it happens now. I don't think it happens this season. But it's definitely something they've got to bounce back from, because you mentioned those two losses, and we didn't even mention losing to the lowly Raiders a week ago.
Right. Yeah. There's players told us after the game, look, we still have something to play for because we have contracts that are coming up. Many of these players want to keep playing. They're playing for other teams right now. They don't know if they're going to come back to this team. This team may not want some of these guys.
They better play better than they did tonight.
Well,
no team's going to flip on that tape, and there are so many missed tackles.
Right.
Just what we've seen is really striking a total lack of progress over the last few months.
Yeah, no correction of mistakes. Same old, same old. Hate to say that, same old line, but that's what we're at. And we got 5 games, and it's not going to get any easier.
Go to Green
Bay.
Go to Green Bay next week.
We'll be there to bring you all the bloodshed.
And they still have a game left against the Rams, right?
Yeah, and the Lions maybe there. But
okay, Ken Summers, AZ Bobby Mac. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us during the week. We'll give you all the up-to-date news on the Cardinals if you still want all the up-to-date news.
You do.
At this
Trust
point.
us. You want it.